parents being excluded from schools? This question's come up after a meeting of the National Association of Head Teachers, which heard that intimidating behaviour by parents was now almost commonplace. Now, I don't experience that in my playground at school, but I know that from family members whose my little cousins play football, and I know there are 2 different contracts that they have to sign. So for one league, all parents have to sign a contract which says if they are abusing players, we're talking about 14-year-olds, they're abusing players or other parents, they have to leave the ground and can't come back that season. And in the other league, they don't have that contract. And my cousin just sort of says the abuse that my little cousin has to deal with when he's playing Sunday football with his mates and stuff is unbelievable. We're talking... And this is parents, racist abuse,
Really?
encouraging their kids to injure my little cousin because he's such a good player. So you can hear other parents saying to their kids, take him out, that sort of thing.
Bad, yeah.
Which I just think, as a parent, you should know better. And for a kid to have to deal with that, I just think is just unbelievable.
Yeah, that's unacceptable.
Yeah, I mean, I used to, obviously, when the boys were younger, I mean, I was on football pitches for, like, 15 years, watching the boys every weekend, and I witnessed some of that where I'd think, it's all very well encouraging and shouting and pass the ball and, you know, behind you, all of those things. But there were parents there that were take his legs from him and all that, and I'd be like, whoa, they're 7. You know, they're like 7, 8. Yeah. However, I think when they get older, I think trying to protect... If they want to get into that sport and they're good at it and they think, I want to be a professional footballer, touch wood that they're good enough, but at one point they're going to be in front of 80, 90,000 people who are going to be... They almost need to learn to block it out because you can't stop it when they're older if that's what they want to do. Yeah. But I think as kids doing it, then parents need to do it.
And I think parents, you know, the whole point of being parents is you're supposed to behave in a way that encourages your kids, you know, to be nice people.
I think it's sad you have to sign a contract to agree to be nice person. I think that's absolutely madness.
Yeah, and that's the levels that it's reached, and it's unbelievable. But, you know, when it comes to sort of the head teachers, do you think that it's fair for people to talk about their kid's teacher on social media if they're unhappy about something?
Never, ever, no. I mean, the social media etiquette to talk about anybody online. You know, I don't like it when you see people who leave a restaurant and they moan about the waitress and they at her employer. You know, it's like you shouldn't do that to anybody. If you have a grievance with anyone's performance, you should phone them or email them privately, one-to-one. You shouldn't shout at them in the playground. You shouldn't trash them on social media. I mean, we saw, and hopefully appreciated in lockdown, the difficult job that all the teachers do and the little money that they get for that job. You being snidey about someone on social media could be the straw that breaks the camel's back. And they could leave that profession after years of training, and the kids could lose a brilliant teacher. You know, they could lose their Miss Honey. Right? Like,
Totally agree. You know, and the ramifications for that teacher later on down the line, if they're applying for a job and all they see is this abuse towards that teacher online, it's just not... It's not fair and it's not equal.
No, it shouldn't be allowed. You know, you email somebody if you have that much of an issue.
Absolutely. I mean, what was your interaction like with teachers and stuff at school? Were you well-behaved in the playground?
I was very well-behaved in the playground, but when I dropped the kids off, they had a security thing, so you drop the kids in the gate. You don't go in the playground, you stay at the gate and wave, and... So, you know, if you get called in, then that's a different matter. But I wasn't ever called in for things like that. But, yeah.
And obviously you're because of how old the kids are, you never had to do the whole big class WhatsApp group, which both me and Katie navigate.
There's enough navigation with my friends and the WhatsApp groups of the ping, 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 ping. I don't want it from a parent who's disgruntled about this to have to read... No.
I've got to say, my WhatsApp group's really helpful because it's like mums and dads looking out for each other, saying, don't forget swimming kit today. Oh, a reminder to buy the Christmas grotto ticket. So I actually find it like a PA. I love it. I love it.
It's true, actually. You sort of wake up in the morning and someone very kindly goes, oh, don't forget it's swimming today. You're like, oh, thank goodness. Drag your kid back and then put the swimming kit in. But one of our producers today was sort of saying that in some of his class WhatsApp groups, he has to navigate a lot of, let's say, parents who don't always know how to talk to each other with manners. And I think you're sort of having to manage personalities as opposed to friends' WhatsApp group, where you know all your mates. I think it's different when you're sort of thrown together with other grown-ups, and you do have to learn to manage personalities.
Or just find the mute button. It's always, like, handy.
You can always find the mute button. Just letting you know. Right.